Good evening. Welcome to Hibiscus Society News. This is Ben's 2 cents. I'm going to start off by apologizing in my newscast. I missaid Sergeant Abate's name. It's Abate. And I know it doesn't detract from his story. I've realized after I recorded it and published it that I got it wrong. So for that, I apologize. Well, let's just get into the meat and potatoes of it, man. I'm gonna go from one of the stories that I told here. We're gonna talk about censorship. Censorship, for me, for a personal standpoint, you have the right to say whatever the hell you want, unless it's something dangerous. You don't want to say fire in a crowded room, and that, those are all things the Supreme Court has ruled are not protected speech. There are other things where I won't abide by freedom of speech. If you want to spout out a bunch of racist shit, you got the right to say it. I've got the right to punch you in the face. I'm just going to get that out there right now. I don't tolerate racism. I don't tolerate threats. I don't tolerate that shit. You want to be a bigot? That's fine, but there's going to be repercussions for you being a bigot, and people are going to do all kinds of shit to you. And honestly, if you're that close-minded, you deserve every little bit you get. But you have every right to say it. Now, First Amendment wise, everybody, First Amendment. The First Amendment protects you from reprisal from the government. So I could walk up to the president and be like, "Fuck you, Mr. President, you're a piece of shit." Not a damn thing they can do about it. They can't arrest me for it. They can't fine me for it. They can't do a damn thing. I can go up to the mayor and I can be like, "Yo, you're a bitch. I hate you. I hope you get voted out of office." That's fine. Now, if you make a threat like, "I'm gonna fucking do XX to you," yeah, that's not protected speech. You're gonna get arrested for making like terrorist threats. But that's the argument that social media is using. Now, private corporations, they can censor your speech. They are not bound by the First Amendment. So if you tell your boss he's a fucking asshole, he's got every right to fire you. That's not it only protects you from the government, not from private corporations. Now, social media. Now, there was a Supreme Court case against YouTube, of all places, which is funny because I'm posting this on YouTube. PragerU, they're not really centrist. They're more right-leaning. They're more I don't want to say right-leaning. They're conservative. But they have some, they have some good points. They also have some stories where they're a little left-leaning. I mean, they're really kind of moderate down the road. But they noticed on their YouTube feed that a lot of their conservative values videos were getting deleted or weren't getting pushed or advertised or put on people's feeds. They noticed this. And so they contacted YouTube, and YouTube was like, "Well, it goes against our terms of service. It goes against our community standards." Okay, well, all right, that's fine. You have community standards, that's fine. But you are a public forum, not a publisher. And that was the argument they made in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court heard it. COVID hit, took a lot longer. But YouTube actually won the case in the Supreme Court. So now YouTube and social media platforms by the Supreme Court are actually now considered publishers, which makes them culpable for anything you post on their websites. Just like book publishers, if they publish a book, they can be held liable for anything that happens with what they publish. That's why they don't have to publish every book that comes into their thing. Now, 4chan is a public forum. 4chan is a shit show. But people post whatever the fuck they want in there. And they get away with it because it's a public forum. And there's no moderation. There's no thought police. But that's what we're dealing with now. We're dealing with like a 1984 thought police situation with Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and MeWe now that if you are talking about shit that they don't agree with, that don't follow their community standards, that aren't, basically unicorn farts and rainbows, they're gonna X your shit. They're gonna nuke you. I personally feel it's wrong. You're a public forum. Like, you're not making the content. You're just giving me the stage to publicly post my content. This is my content, not your content. You help. YouTube doesn't help me send me little tidbits and help on what I should tell my stories on or any of that bullshit. It's literally, I do the research, I write a script, and then I read it and record it on video, and then I post it for the world to see. Trying to be, fair and unbiased with a little twist. For like humor. A humorical twist. Not like CNN twist, guy pets dog, they say guy beats dog. Like what they're doing with liberty movement groups and anybody who doesn't agree with their liberal agenda. Which I don't have an issue. Like, honestly, have your agenda. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's all. I mean, to be perfectly honest, that's what. I mean, from talking to people in the movement, 90% of us just want to be left the fuck alone. Let us fucking have our guns. Let us do our fucking prep. Our doomsday prep and being prepared for something that could potentially happen. We're not violent people. Unfortunately, there are people in the movement that are accelerationists, that are stupid, and post stupid shit online. Like, seriously, what, like, the fuck, like, the Michigan guys, like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, you're gonna, I mean, I don't, honestly, I've seen some of the text excerpts that the mainstream media has posted from it, and I'm just like, dude, this is like one big fucking joke. Like, really? You really think they seriously were gonna try to kidnap the governor? Really? You really think they were going to... And then, of course, then there's a flip story came out. Well, they weren't trying to kidnap her. They were going to citizens arrest her. Okay, all right. Whatever. Like, seriously? That was stupid. You don't... Like, no. Like, no. Like, you don't... Like, seriously? But then again, you've got fucking, like... But this is what pisses me off. While they're censoring and thinking we're the dangerous threat, you've got groups out there that are literally telling people to kill the police in their fucking cars. You've got people that are literally telling people to set shit on fire and, like, destroy their fucking cities in the name of social justice. Like, am I in Bizarro world? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? It's insanity. It's absolute insanity that, like, you're going to target one group of people that all they want to do is has freedom and liberty under the Constitution and be left the fuck alone. And now you're basically, like, you're the government and the mainstream media are coming at you with a fucking poker going like, hey, let's poke the bear. Don't poke the bear. Leave the bear the fuck alone. Let us live our lives. Let us just do our thing. It's not affecting you. It has nothing to do with you. We could care less about you. We just want to live our lives. We want to be left alone, leave our Constitution alone, leave our rights alone, and we don't have an issue. But no! No! These little fuckers are going to come in here and stir the shit, start it, and then play the victim. Like, the fuck? Like, oh, the bear mauled me. Yeah, no shit. You poked it with a stick. Oh, you're just you're a hater. You're a Nazi. You're a fascist. It's like, really? Because you're the one that's going out beating up old people and calling them fascists when they were literally in World War II fighting fascists. Like, fuck. But none of that gets censored. That's all for the world to see. Meanwhile, some guy posts a fucking meme with an AR-15 on it, and all of a sudden now he's a dangerous organization, and they fucking nuke his Facebook page. Or they nuke his MeWe. Or a bunch of guys saying, like, hey, we're going to fucking do a barbecue on Thursday. You know, bring your guns, we'll go shop. Censored. No. No, you're guilty by association because you said the magic word boog. Oh, okay. Since when did words hurt? They don't. I mean, shit. Fuck, look at me. I've been made fun of my entire fucking life. Words don't hurt. You grow up, you get bigger, and then you learn to punch somebody in the face when they call you fat. That's kind of how it works out. Or actually, well, I don't punch anybody in the face to call me fat. I usually laugh and agree with them because, well, I'm a fat fuck. That's generally how it fucking works. You get over it. But, you know, it's got to stop. Like, seriously. This cancel culture, like, don't get me started on cancel culture. It's like you made it, oh my god, fucking, Robert Downey Jr. fucking did blackface. Yeah, he played a character that gets way too into character, modified his body to fit the character, and it wasn't offensive. It was a joke. It was, and even in the movie, he's like, oh my god, what the fuck did I do to myself? You know, the character in the movie was like, oh my god, what did I do to myself? I've got issues, like, even pointing it out. But no, now we have to cancel Robert Downey Jr. because he did blackface in fucking 2004. I mean, but they still go to Disneyland. You should have seen some of the fucking Disney cartoons that came out in the fucking 50s and 40s. You want racist shit? Look at Disney's fucking vault. That's some racist shit. But it was a different time back then. I'm not apologizing for it. I'm not saying it's right. But that's how ignorant people were back then. Should they show it now? Oh, fuck no. No, do not do that shit now. Like, no, it's wrong. We know it's wrong now. We didn't know it was wrong then, but we know it's wrong now. Are we going to make something like that again? Fuck no. No, we're not. We're going to learn a lesson. Should it be censored? No. Should Disney be canceled? No, they learned their lesson. They apologized for it. They made better content later on. That's how the world works. We make mistakes, we learn, we grow from our mistakes. But if you want to be like that psycho fucking girlfriend that remembers something you did back in 1994, you're never going to grow, you're never going to move on, you're never going to progress. Because honestly, that's how people should be. You should be progressive. I mean, when I say progressive, I don't mean like liberal, I mean progressive. You make mistakes, you learn from your mistakes, you move on from your mistakes. I think I think all the major social medias that are silencing people's free thinking and voices about liberty and freedom, I think they need to I think they should learn, grow from it, and let people post their shit. Now, obviously, if they're posting threatening content, yeah, that's not protected speech. That's wrong. That's a crime. Censor that shit. Delete the comment. Delete the user. But don't nuke everyone. Don't blanket everyone by association and cancel their account. Like that, it's childish. Not to mention, you're losing users. Users are your customer base. I mean, where are you going to get all the private information you sell to your advertisers if you don't have users? You kick off fucking, how many accounts? 67,000 accounts? I mean, I know you got millions, because maybe even a billion, but it's a drip in the bucket. But, those people have friends have friends, people eventually will be like, hey, this is bullshit, I don't want to be on here. I mean, they're getting so picky, they're going back, like Facebook is going back, giving people 30-day bans for shit they posted like 6 years ago. Like, really? It was cool 6 years ago, but now you're going to punish me? That would be like me punishing my 15-year-old daughter for stealing a cookie when she was 4. Makes no sense. It's too late. There's like there should be a statute of limitations on that. Like, hey, you posted some bullshit. You haven't posted more bullshit, so hey, we're not going to punish you. But no, they're going to go back and be petty. It's all petty. But like I said, man, it's very complex because you've got the you got the First Amendment, which guarantees you free speech, but that only protects you from the government and doesn't protect you from private organizations. If a private organization wants to have strict content, well, then we'll just, I mean, honestly, somebody make a social media platform that actually believes in the First Amendment and goes, yeah, no, we're just going to let you post whatever the fuck you want, unless it's criminal, which would be threats, kitty porn, smut shit. Like, I mean, it's all kinds of just horrible shit that shouldn't be on the internet, but it is on the internet. You know, which, you know, I'm sorry, pedos. If I got any pedophiles watching this right now, wood chipper goes burr. I find a pedophile. I find somebody puts their hands on one of my girls, or somebody else, one of my friends' kids. Like, there's no trial. You're going into wood chipper feet first. And I will fucking be chuckling like a fat guy at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet. Giggling. Because screams just would fill me with so much joy. But now we're getting into another topic, which I'll probably do another time. Anyways, so this is Ben's 2 cents. Censorship is wrong, okay? But keep doing what you're doing. You know, everybody got their groups nuked. Keep rebuilding them. Keep rebuilding them. Keep up the fight. Be smart. Don't post stupid incriminating shit. Because 99.99% of us are doing legal, good work for our communities. And that 0.01% of assholes, you're rooting for everybody else. You're giving us all a bad name. Knock it the fuck off. You know? That's it. That's Hibiscus Society News. I'm Benjamin Hawk. Good night.